Live from Austin, Texas. Take us everywhere with you. You can use the TuneIn app, search KZI, or you can use our website, kzifm.org. Jamal January brought us back from the break. Thank you very much, brother.
No problem.
I am Douglas Paul Washington II. I'm a little curious here, Jamal.
What's up?
I want to know just if you can help me out here.
Mm-hmm.
What is the most popular college football mascot?
Mascot?
Yeah.
Is it Hook'em?
It's up there. It's certainly
It's up
up there. So is that the first place you go?
First place I go? It's in my top two. I think I know the other one. That if it's not Hook'em.
Where you going?
Is it the Oregon Duck?
Yeah, that duck.
All
That duck does his thing. All right, so I was wondering, because you're from Texas.
Yeah.
I'm from Virginia.
Yeah.
And I can't say that that's where I started with.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if somebody's from Nashville, Tennessee, what they would say. If only we had... Hey, brother. Christian Coffey's the name, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's
You from
me.
Nashville, ain't you?
Nashville, Tennessee, original.
Oh, did I surprise him there? So, well, if a brother's from Nashville, Tennessee, what's his favorite college football mascot?
I mean, originally, I love my UT, but I'm from the real UT. You know what I'm saying?
I was hoping we'd get something. There it is. He fell into my trap. Got him. No, hey, so Christian, thank you for coming in. We have Christian Coffey, everybody. He is a former Spirit Squad member.
Yes, sir.
And are we allowed? Like, is there like
you can say it.
He also used to be the UT Longhorns mascot.
Yes, sir.
I feel like that's like a secret, right? Like you gotta wait 3 or 4 years after somebody leaves, and then you can say who it was. During the season, when you're the mascot, yo, how many people know, man?
Not too many.
I know.
Honestly, not too many. You
You
gotta
be
keep
itching
it
to
quiet.
tell people, don't you?
No. Honestly, I felt like Batman throughout
Oh.
4 years. Like I could just keep it quiet. Everybody be like, "Yo, what do you be doing on the court, like on the field? What you be doing?" I'm like, chilling.
Chilling.
I'm just working, man. I'm just hanging out. But it was super fun though. Like some colleges, not all colleges, keep it a secret. So, so like OU, for example.
Yeah.
OU, they tell everybody who they are. And they walk around like, kings. They're like, oh, yeah, we the mascots. We in the,
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because they're not as good. But, but yeah, no. So I kept that secret for, all 4 years. But people started to figure out.
Yeah.
Like over time, they're just like, I seen that dude dance before. He look a little familiar.
You start to put 2 and 2 together, because if you know him, he's on the Spirit Squad, right? Mm-hmm. You put 2 and 2 together, and you're like, I never see him and that at the same place at the same time. The Bruce Wayne thing to go on along with his example. Okay, so we don't ever see that. I'm very also curious about one other little thing. Mm-hmm. Is there like a tryout? You got to be a certain skill level, dance level. Okay, so you got to be strong. Some of the dudes that do the lifting, right?
Yep. 100%.
And then there's the people who are good dancers. Mm-hmm. But what if you like the total package? And so I just want to know where were you ranked in that total package? Because you said something about the dancing.
Yeah.
What that upper body strength look like?
Yeah. So look, I was blessed enough to, like, at first when I got onto the team, we were under marketing, and then we transitioned under cheer. Uh-huh. So then once we were like made student athletes, we were able to work with like personal trainers and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was in the gym, I see like, Sam Ellinger walk out.
Yeah.
And I'm like nodding like, what's up? And he looking at me like, who is this dude?
Yeah.
And then I go in there and start lifting too. So like, I came from like a football and wrestling background. So I had some strength on me.
Oh, wait, we good? Say less. Yeah. I'm a wrestler. So you good with me, Nashville?
Yes, sir.
All right, we ain't got to say nothing else. That's a track dude over there. And when it's time to fight, he run.
yeah, whatever.
Fast though,
And quick.
no, I'm gonna go get him until you can't get him.
Yeah,
and then you be like, man, I'm gonna see you next week.
I have a question. Yeah. How hot does it get underneath that suit?
Oh, in Texas weather, it's 30 degrees hotter than what it is outside.
Good Lord.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that in the job description?
They told me that after I got on there.
Yeah,
they were just like, yeah, man. you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna be sweating.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm an Army veteran.
Yeah.
So we had like mandatory things. So we had like classes. We would categorize the weather.
Yeah.
So we would say it's a Cat 1, it's a Cat 2, and a Cat
Exactly.
3.
Yep.
So for you, did y'all do that? And then so we have mandatory rest breaks. If we're at the highest category, we're like, okay, no longer than 30 to 45 minutes out, and then you got to go and take a mandatory break. Was there something like that for you?
Yeah, there was a system in place for sure.
Okay.
There was a system in place. We knew I knew all right, throughout the week, I'm exercising, I'm keeping my body up, I'm making sure I'm hydrated well before a game, like a week before, because especially you get into the fall, it's hotter when you on the field, it's hot, you know what I'm saying? And so I had to take my breaks for sure, especially you never know when something's going to pop off with Texas football or basketball.
I want to bring everyone back in. This is Christian Coffey, Spirit Squad member and former University of Texas Longhorn mascot in the studio with us today.
Yep. Man,
I'm going to love this picture. Okay, let's go back to what I started because I wanted to start that drama.
Yeah.
So you from Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very curious why you decided to come to our school. What was the draw?
Yeah.
And then what that family talking about? Because they giving you a hard time. I know they giving you a hard time.
Oh no, 100%. So my family is Army, so we were always moving around and stuff like that.
This dude, we gonna hang out after this.
Yeah,
One of my dudes.
Yeah. So both of my parents were Army. They actually met in basic in San Antonio.
Oh.
So
that means they did medical. Am I right?
Yes.
Take that out. Does that impress you?
Nah.
Of all the military installations,
From
I know
you?
that.
No, you know
Okay,
everything.
all right.
Encyclopedia over here.
I thought I was going to impress Jamal.
Hey, but it is impressive to me. It's impressive to me.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, so we moved around a lot, and then when I got to senior, junior year of high school, I kind of realized all right, maybe football isn't necessarily the path for me. Okay. So I always wanted to do acting. I was really drawn to the stage. I've been acting since I was 3. So I looked up best theater, arts stuff like that, and then UT came up, and then the other two UT came up. Ooh. And I was like, do I go back home, try something new? I was like, I've never been to Texas before. I was like, Austin seems like that city to if one door closed, another door is immediately open.
Yep.
And I'm used, and I love Nashville. I love Nashville. And I was like, but I've been in Nashville before.
Yep.
Let's try something new. And I came to UT. I had to audition for my, I literally had to audition for my major. And,
so your major was theater for youth.
Mm-hmm. Theater for youth and education.
What?
Yeah, and there was originally there was 20 people that got accepted.
Out of how many you think was there?
It was 500.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, so you did your thing. So did you make up your own piece? You did something that we would all recognize. What did you do for your audition?
For my audition, that was a minute ago.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So I definitely did. I didn't make up a piece. I'm pretty sure I did something from a play, because something from a play I've done before.
Okay.
So I always, when I was in high school, I always did villains. I always ended up getting casted as a villain.
He's a bad boy.
No, I was able to switch my voice and alter it a lot.
Yeah.
So I always did, I think I did a scene from Little Shop of Horrors, and I played Audrey too.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so I was the voice actor. That was my first role as a freshman. I was Audrey too, and just behind the scenes, just giving voice to an inanimate object, which is funny because that's what I ended up doing, as Hookem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they did for you. Hey, man, this guy know when you on the Spirit Squad, we can you walk with your chest out? Is that something that you lead with, you don't lead with? Because everybody liked to in high school is what the male cheerleader. You kind of let's just say he wasn't the coolest dude, right? Yeah. And then in college, I remember when I was in college, when I was running track in college, I remember hearing that's the first time I heard that you could get a scholarship. That there's some schools in the nation, I can't say at that time when, but I was like, okay, well then I get that. So for you, when it was time, was that a hard decision? Like someone had to convince you? You knew you wanted to do it, and just kind of see what sent you down that path, because it's not a traditional path.
Yeah, it's not a traditional path at all. Like, originally, like I said, like I wanted to do either football because I was a running back, or I did wrestling, but I knew I wasn't gonna do that long term because like that's a hard thing to maintain on your body. But I originally, and it was so funny how it happened, because I ended up getting that position or applying for that position on accident. So like originally what ended up happening was I was trying to get a marketing job, and I sent in my artistic resume rather than my regular resume. So the dude was in there reading this, he was just like, this is cool. I'm not really sure how it applies to the marketing thing.
Yeah.
But then he was like, hey, you ever thought about like, trying not to be the mascot? And I said, absolutely not. That sounds ridiculous. And then,
See, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like, nah. But then he talked to me. He was like, look, man, like we were able to take like Hookem to China one time. Hookem's been on stage at ACL.
What?
And he's like, we always walk in, like meeting with like pros in the NBA, NFL, all this other stuff. And I was like, I'll try it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, why not?
You had me in China.
Yeah, and look, they had me in China too. I never went to China.
I'm about to say.
I never went to China.
Because you didn't say nothing. You made it sound like you made that brother sweat and sit there and keep listing stuff.
Nah, like
I'm in China? Okay.
I was 18 years old. I heard China. I said, huh?
Chung Pao. That's the first thing I'm saying. How do you say hello? I would have been all over that.
He said China, and then he said for free. And I was like, wait.
Wait.
Let's talk about it. I never went to China.
Let's talk about the most famous coffees. That last name.
That last name is unique.
I know.
Yeah.
What's the most famous coffee you can remember? I got a couple guys in the NFL. I know there was like a running back from South Carolina, I believe. But Houston Texans had a linebacker. But
There's a coffee playing right now in the NBA. I can't remember his first. Yes, because my friends was talking about him in the group chat, and I thought they were making fun of me, talking about like, oh, I'm hooping. I'm like, how y'all know I was on the court right now? They're like, no, not you, goofy. I'm like, oh, my bad. I can't remember his first name. He plays for the Man,
I'll get it for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we come back, to this, I just want to say there is life inside the costume, or you guys call it a costume, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you call it?
Yeah.
Okay,
the suit. Yeah.
So life inside. Okay, the suit. So life inside the suit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you when it was over? Did you feel like, dang man, that was the high point? Because you almost have to convince people that you were inside. I feel like it would be a little bit of a letdown, because you just said you going to China, you meeting this person, that person. Was that hard? Was that hard to let it go?
Yeah, it was a little hard to let it go after I graduated, because once I graduated, I did like a whole reveal video. I was able to tell everybody.
Yeah.
And then it was cool. I had the opportunity, like it's like a tradition when you graduate, Hookem comes out and walks out with you at your graduation. And that moment, man, I remember my graduation at UT. They pulled my name. My last name starts with a C, but they pulled my name and made me go last. So my family was super confused. They were like, all right, we getting to the C's. Now we in the D's. Where
I know they
That boy ain't gonna graduate. He done drove all the way out here.
My mom was
Just like your brother.
They're like, did this dude display with us right now? But yeah, so it was super funny because everybody was like walking by me and they're like, what you doing? I'm like, chilling. Yeah, man. And it was cool because we had my moment. Hookem walked out first holding my like mascot stole, and everybody thought that I was still in the suit.
Yeah.
And so they announced like, here is Christian Coffey, aka Hookem, and then I walked out after. The whole room stood up and just started roaring. Yeah. And I'm like, man, this is the last.
That's hilarious, bro.
This is the last time, man. Yeah.
Hey, did you get weepy? A little tear come to
not
the
yet,
eye?
not at that moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't judging.
Yeah, no, I thought about it, man, because I'm like, man.
Most weepy I got was as an adult with my wife and these kids, and so I'll never pick on anybody anymore about that. Amir Coffey, spelled the same way as yours, plays for the Clippers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just so you know, he's 6'7" though, and you ain't.
I'm not.
Oh, okay. But back to that graduation point, I actually like that. I like how y'all do that, because I know at South Carolina with Cocky, their mascot, mascot wears the feet.
Yeah.
during the ceremony, and that's how they reveal that they were the mascot. But I like that. I like UT's version a lot more.
Yeah, it's cool. Like it's a really good opportunity because I get to pass on the mantle like to somebody that I train, that I know, and that like really appreciates me, and then. It was a cool moment because I did a whole reveal video, and at UT it's like 77% black, so all the black UT community was all blowing up my phone. So you sat there and lied to me for years. I knew that was you.
Hey, if someone wants to call in and talk to you, you ready for a couple calls?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, so we have Christian Coffey here, proud alumni of the University of Texas, and more importantly, he was on the Spirit Squad, and big reveal, he was the UT mascot. If you do want to call in, you got some questions for him, we got a few more minutes, and we got someone now. Thanks for calling in. You're live on the Fans View. Do you have a question for Mr. Coffey? You are live. Do you have a question for Mr. Coffey? What was that?
You there?
I just tuned in. I don't know who.
Oh, okay. Hey, so we got Mr. Coffey right now. Can you call back, Pflugerville man? Then we could give you your due, so we don't cut you short while we're with our guest.
Let's say about 30 minutes.
We'll take a break in 9 minutes. So give us about 10.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, thanks for calling in. Okay, so. Christian.
Yes, sir.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
But, bro, you can't let that be on your resume. Yeah. So now I gotta ask you. Look, let me do it in your mama's voice.
Yeah.
Boy, you better do something with that.
Yeah.
What, the Spurs right down the road?
Yeah.
We got the Mavericks.
Coyote.
You got the Rockets.
Yep.
Clutch.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
Was there an opportunity? And I'm sure those people do those jobs for a very long time, so there's got to be an opening. But did you consider that?
Yo, 100%. Yeah. So like, and it's funny that you bring up my mama voice because that was very big. Like, my mom was just like, "Hey, like, you going to school for theater? So what you doing for real?" And I'm like, I was like, listen. I had the theater education for youth and communities. That I was getting my teaching like certification at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So, I had to convince my mama. I was like, look. This hook'em thing's not a hobby. Like, it can go somewhere. And I wanted to go the pro route. The pro route for mascotting, one of the highest paid mascots is making 6 figures. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, look, so Benny the Bull, I was able to like meet with Benny.
Oh yeah, that's
talk with him. Yeah, Benny makes 6 figures and he's the third highest paid. The first is probably still Rocky from the Denver Nuggets. Yeah.
Rocky is,
Yeah, he making good money. So pro mascotting is definitely like something that I wanted to go to, but mascotting taught me to be flexible. And I had to understand that like once somebody gets a hold of that job, unless they find something crazy better, they not moving. Yeah. Okay. They not moving. I know the people though. So if the opportunity comes, like my name is there. Especially while I was in college, I was top 3 in college in terms of mascotting.
Okay, we're gonna go to the phones. We got somebody that would like to talk to you. We got Christian Coffey, former University of Texas Longhorn mascot. What questions do you have for Mr. Coffey, caller?
Are you there?
Are you there? Cannot hear you.
I mean,
let's see if maybe you lost him.
There we go. Caller, you there?
Yes.
Okay, we can hear you.
Okay. My question is, how many hook'ems do there be at the game?
I don't know what you mean by that.
That's a good question. He tried to play.
There's more than one hook'em there because when I'm there, it seems like, I don't know if it's because of how the camera be doing it, because when I look at the scoreboard, when I look at the big jumbotron, hook'em be over there with the cheerleaders.
Get him!
I can swear one just walked by me.
Yeah.
Teleportation.
Hey, Christian, you need a towel for your sweat?
Nah, look. I'm chilling. Okay. Look, I'm used to sweat. So, look, hook'em is one entity, one hook 'em. There's one hook 'em every game. I got to sit there and soldier through it the whole 4 quarters, man. So hook 'em just be moving fast though, because sometimes they need hook 'em on one side of the court, one side of the field, on the other side of the field in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I used to be sprinting.
I see.
Sprinting, man. Like sometimes, especially when social media started playing the part, we used to have to do like TikToks in one end, run to the other side, and then ready for the game because a big play just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Right, because like for the commercials, when they do the commercial thing, he's down there with them when they doing, whatever, whenever they give somebody an award or something.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so I always think, they got like 2 of them here.
Look, we moving so fast you think it's 2, but it's only one hook 'em, man.
That's a great question. Thanks
That is a
Thanks
good
for
question.
calling in. That was good. You brought it. Hey, what's your name before you go? Oh, I think I lost. Oh, okay, I lost. That was me. I just want to give a shout out. I mean, that was intelligent.
That was a good question.
I like that.
Because I know some mascots, they have, 2 versions of the mascot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like counterparts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I saw something the other day, Christian. A couple mascots got to fighting. Anybody ever roll up on you? They got a little too handsy.
Like, man, they know better.
Took the joke a little too far. Because you were a wrestler.
Yeah, I was.
And it's gonna go to the floor.
Look,
I already know that.
And it's funny that we in the SEC conference, so the mascots can't even interact like right now
because stuff like that happens.
Yeah. But like most of the time, it's like most of the time it might be choreographed, but then sometimes people take things too far. Yeah, and you're just like, come on, man. Like
I know
we all mascots.
I got a question.
Actually.
So, one of the hottest mascots that I've seen, all over social media is the BYU Cougar.
Yep.
And everything and the stunts that person, whoever is in that suit, be pulling.
Yep.
Have y'all ever thought about doing like some of the stunts that they be doing?
So it's interesting that you say that because stunts are very, very interesting. Like because you want to do it. Like I used to tumble in suit, which was hard with the Longhorns and everything like that. While it's cool, there's a possibility that you could get hurt.
Yeah.
And that hurts a lot of different things because that messes you up for promotions.
Yeah.
That messes you up for like even in the pros, I know plenty of pro mascots personally. They don't do that because like if you get hurt, there's people like me waiting to take your job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like the BYU Cougar, very cool. I know the current one right now. But they're gymnasts. They're trained gymnasts. Yeah. So they bout it. Me, I tumbled like lightly, you know what I'm saying? But that's not necessarily Hook'em's character.
Yeah.
And we made sure that Hook'em's character is more like Texas, Southern cowboy, real cool, real suave, dancer. I used to always be tipping my hat, taking my hat off, like proposing to people's girls.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on, man. I don't need you
that's
to go take
Hook'em.
it
That's
that
Hook'em.
far.
That's Hook'em, not me though. That's Hook'em. That's
all
Hook'em.
right.
That's just how he
Hey,
is,
man.
man. He gave her back though.
Okay. You know what? FCC won't let me be. I'm gonna go on past that one. Yo, I wanna know that was a good one, Jamal. I wanna know about this, man. There is a mascot out there that even you was like, yo, who was that?
First, before I even really got into mascots, like people, like the one that always used to captivate me and I used to like lock into was always the Oregon Duck.
Yeah, Puddles is his name.
Yeah, he like super cool. And then especially once I got into the mascot world and I learned more and I was able to like meet multiple ducks at this point. Yeah, like still super cool.
Yeah,
like the ability to do what they do. Like they got their own motorcycle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
Like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, so like collegiate wise, it's definitely the Oregon Duck, but like professional, definitely Benny the Bull. Benny the Bull was like, and being able to like meet and actually have a conversation. Like Benny got a Sprinter van called the Benny Mobile. Like
according to Google here, Benny the Bull is making anywhere from $400,000 a year.
Yeah.
No.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow.
For sure.
That's nice.
I want to throw a couple more though. So USC, they got the Traveler on the horse.
Yeah.
Osceola over at Florida State dropping that spear.
Yeah.
And what about Big Red over there in Western Kentucky?
Big Red.
None of those.
I'm
get you
not
going?
a big
Wow,
fan
you
of
hard
certain
to please,
characters.
bro.
It's certain characters don't really appeal to me like that. Like
okay.
The Spartan Sparty, I really like.
Okay.
And I'm cool with a lot of them personally. But like, yeah.
I got one more quick question before we do have to get to break. The Heisman commercials. I always see a mascot in there. Have you been a part of one of those?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yo,
nice.
respect,
That's
brother.
nice.
I gotta get that fist bump
No,
on that one.
those are fun. Those are fun.
Man, that's a great way to take us out, Jamal.
Yeah.
Hey, Christian Coffey was here in the building with us, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you for some great calls. Look, Christian, this was really cool. You're the first
Thank you,
mascot
thank
I've
you.
ever met.
Same.
Seriously.
Same.
And I spent a lot of time around a Patriots organization, met Doug Flutie multiple times.
Yeah.
This is kind of cool. I'm geeking out. So we will put him on our social media so you guys can follow, and thanks again for coming in. We're going to take a break. You listen to the Fans UKZ.